Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world.
I've been looking around for salvation. I've been looking around for the truth. All around me I see frustration, and I looked all over till I found you. I sit and listen to your stories, and you're telling me, please don't worry. There's a lot in this world you should know, and love in life is where you should go. If you're looking for somewhere to go, if you're looking for someone to know, if you're looking for someone to guide you, then love in life will guide you.
Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And hello, Loving Life family. Good to see you here. All right. Wow, there's going to be a lot happening between now and Sunday on Loving Life. Believe me, this is a big few days. Tomorrow morning from 5:45 in the morning, we cover Edward and Jared's next leg of their epic walk. They should be in Kestrel tonight, and they're now starting to move through the Free State. Tomorrow night we are having a jamming session with Crystal, who's got a beautiful voice. Saturday, big day. From about 9:30 a.m. we're going to be going live with the Freedom Rallies around South Africa, from Cape Town to Bloemfontein. These will last several hours. Saturday night we have a special announcement regarding a new exciting development and launch taking place at Loving Life. So take your seats and enjoy the show. Tonight we have Reuel Leach, who is going to be talking to us, or taking us to the next stage of trading in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. I will be asking him questions and sharing screens based on my experiences with crypto over the last 30 days. I'll get Reuel on. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed and ring the bell for the updates. Please ask any questions you may have for Reuel in the side chat. Okay, here we go. Hi, Reuel. Oh, look at that backdrop. Wow. I love it. That is absolutely beautiful. Now, Reuel, before we get into the trading side of crypto, what I'd like to do is take you through my experiences as a complete novice on crypto. And what I would like to do is to just take you through some really basic things that anyone who's looking at going into crypto would be asking. And I guess the first question, before you can do anything on crypto, you need to have what's called a wallet. Now, a wallet is where you can actually put your crypto coins. It's like a wallet that you walk around with. It's where you put your money.
Yes.
The top question I have, because I've picked the wallets that aren't ideal, but they were suggested to me. How do I choose the right wallet that's not too complicated for a noob?
Well, this is going to depend on which country you're in and what is your purpose. Are you going to go into the market to do some short-term trades, or are you going to do some, you've maybe an investor that wants to go long-term into the market? So that's gonna depend. Most people wouldn't be able to answer the question. So that's why we normally have an interview with them and say, what do you want to do and where do you want to go? Because that wallet that you have on that exchange is a very simple wallet, but for a trader, there are some question marks that come up, right? Because you don't really know, you don't see a graph, and for a trader, he wants to see a graph. You want to know what price you're paying compared to where else. If you're walking into a foreign exchange, because that's basically what you're doing. You're going onto a digital foreign exchange right now, and if you don't know, if you don't do comparison, you're just happy to go in with the first one, then you don't know if you've been done in or not.
Right. So what you're saying in effect is that if you're a trader, if you're going to be trading Bitcoins like you do, what you do is you have probably a different wallet to someone who's like a sitter who's just bought some Bitcoin and he's just going to sit on them and do nothing with them. He might have a completely simple wallet that basically just stores his Bitcoin. Is that correct?
That's the right approach. And of course, most people, I think, of all the people that have got Bitcoin, less than 10% are real traders.
Yeah.
And when we talk about a trader, we're talking, if you're a trader, it's a profession. And if you're a professional trader, you've had some kind of training for that. It's not just, I'm doing a thumb suck. And when we're talking about what are we going to choose, where we're going to choose, are we just taking our friends and family advice, or are we actually having a conscious decision on where we're going with this?
Right. Okay. Now, if I'm in South Africa, for example, and I'm just a sitter, okay, I'm just wanting to put my foot in the water, and all I want is just a wallet that you would recommend for someone who basically at this stage just wants to put, let's say, 500 Rand into Bitcoin or one of the cryptocurrencies, just to have a bit of a play, see what it feels like. What is the best wallet for them in South Africa?
Yeah, you're asking me a very trick question, because different people will say my wallet is the best and I've open account with this, but at the moment there's at least 12 to 15 different cryptocurrency exchanges in South Africa.
Right.
And we need to do a comparison between each one's fee structure and withdrawal structure, and we'll probably talk about that later. About Bitcoin is probably the most expensive thing to send, and right. Most people don't even know that. But you get extremes. You get a cryptocurrency exchange. I don't call it an exchange because they only got two currencies, which is Luno, and it's basically just to buy and sell and to move cryptocurrencies from exchange to exchange or to wallets. And then there's like Altcoin Trader, which has 27 different cryptocurrencies. And of the 27, at least 3/4 of them have made huge profits in the last few months.
Right.
So that's going to depend on person to person. But I mean, if I'm going into Bitcoin, I don't start with Bitcoin. I will start with something much cheaper to increase my Bitcoin value when eventually I want to go into Bitcoin.
Right. Now, I'm sort of learning on the fly here because I've got a Coin-me wallet where I have my decentralized crypto, and I've got a Luna wallet where I have my centralized crypto. Now, you made the point to me the other day that fees and charges are a huge part of your choice of a wallet. Now, you mentioned that Luno is quite expensive when it comes to fees and charges, and there are other better options. Can you explain to us how these fees and charges work?
Well, I'm not really up to date with Luna's charges. I did help one of my traders the other day do a withdrawal or sell their Bitcoin to rands to withdraw to their bank account. And they almost made the mistake by selling it on the instant sell. And the instant sell was going to charge them, I don't know, it was 5 or 6%. And then
Wow.
they could, this is just to your bank account. I'm not talking about withdrawing Bitcoin to another Bitcoin wallet. And then we looked at the exchange and we said, but what if you place a trade? And if you place a trade, your fee was a lot less than actually, and then obviously you had to wait a few minutes or an hour for that to go through.
So there are options for changing your crypto into rands, for example.
That's right.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, look, this is obviously for people who are looking at using Bitcoin, and I have to make a confession. I've really decided that I'm going to be trying cryptocurrency because I think again it's another option taking us away from the fiat situation. Even though when you want to trade out of crypto, you've got to go back to fiat, which is a pain in the ass. Okay, now I had a particular situation arise a few days ago, and I shared this with you just 24 hours ago, where I exchanged one crypto into another crypto, and for some reason the transaction remains unconfirmed, which means that it's still showing on the listing of dealings that I've had with the crypto, but it doesn't show a value because it's unconfirmed at this stage. Now, thankfully, through your advice, I went to support, and I've spoken to the organization that does the support, and they've confirmed that the crypto should be shown as confirmed in my wallet, which it isn't. It's still shown as unconfirmed. Luckily, it's a small amount. And now I'm speaking directly to Coin-me. I've got a ticket open with them. So I guess the point I'm making is if you have a problem with a transaction, you have got the option of getting support from the people who run the wallets.
Yes, and that's unfortunately a lot of the exchanges that we know. Every exchange has a rating, and the rating of that exchange, and this is why we believe education is so important, because we want to do our homework first before we just join an exchange and we go and put our money in on exchange. We've seen some of the most reputable exchanges. There was an exchange in New Zealand that went down and was hacked. So all of them are prone to being hacked. And of course, you can go and look at the history of each one of these guys' exchanges, and then you look at their support system, because if you have any issues, is there any good support structure? That's why we use the Altcoin Trader platform, because all of my guys that sign up with my link, if there's a problem, I help them with the problem. I've got a dedicated team on WhatsApp that sorts all the problems out within hours.
Right.
Whereas the person that and unfortunately, this is really what I'm feeling very strongly about. Then exchanges, I mentioned 2 exchanges, South African exchanges. Luna has no telephone number and they've got no address that you can go to. We know where they are, and now they want to move out of the country. They want to go to another country because of regulation, where altcoin traders got a telephone number, an email address, and we've got telephone numbers that we can contact them. So Bitcoin is supposed to be a trustless system, but we still have centralized systems within that, which make it awkward at times or make it easy at times, depends on which side of the coin you are.
Right. Now, I should tell you, Reuel, that I've played with small amounts of money. I'm still an absolute novice in this, but what I'm going to bring up right now is the current prices, and you can actually look at cryptocurrency prices, and they fluctuate tremendously. I mean, I've seen Bitcoin jump up from about $50,000 to, well, below $50,000 to nearly $60,000 right now in the last couple of weeks. And I've got a tiny amount of Bitcoin. The one that I've been playing with is Bitcoin Cash, which is another cryptocurrency. I bought in at $4.90. So I'm up about 10% on that in the last few weeks. But the thing that I've found is that prices may fall, they might jump up, but it's all over the place. And the common theme is that they rise. And I saw the other day there was a cryptocurrency that, well, there's one down here called, where is it? Chillers, which has gone up nearly 100% in value in the last week. This is quite extraordinary, because it's not like having your money in shares at the JSE or in the Dow. It's the fluctuation is huge, isn't it?
They are huge, and they are much. That's why we like to get people into cryptocurrency trading instead of
just being
stock markets or forex.
Yeah.
It's much easier, but then a lot more people lose money because they don't know what they're doing. And when the market drops, they don't realize that there was meant to be a drop and it's going to go up again. But you mentioned something, there's so many brand new cryptocurrencies, and yet we got these guys holding on to coins like XRP, and even Bitcoin Cash you got these, it's almost like there's a cult of people that are following this, even though the price is not, giving you enough bull markets to actually want to put your money into it.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's like anything else when you've got to take a risk when you trade, haven't you?
I would say, in a way, yes, but the risk, you can minimize your risk with good education, and that's what I tell my guys. It's like if you want to discuss a particular coin, let's discuss the project and let's see what these guys are up to.
Yeah.
Because you have the DeFi coins now, that one of them went up to 4 Bitcoins for one DeFi coin. Wow. Just within the first month. And what justifies that price? And for us traders, we don't get married to any coin. So I liken this to as a girlfriend boyfriend situation.